What's up, everybody? What's up? What is up, Big Cheds? Big Cheds in the house. Crypto fam, glad you guys came. Another emergency live stream. Gonna keep it real short tonight, real short and sweet. Just want to touch base on the crypto market, see how everybody is doing. Just kind of spread the love a little bit. Thanks for watching. Please hit that like. Please hit that subscribe button. I see a whole bunch of you here in the chat room watching, live streaming. Glad you're here with me tonight. So what's going on? Let's start out with the free stuff. Of course, you can find me. I am on Twitter. I'm at Big Cheds. You know that. Hopefully you know that. You're following me from there. The book is not free, but it's on Amazon, Trading Wisdom. 50 Lessons Every Trader Should Know. I'm going to read a little bit from it tonight. But we know what is free in the book is on my YouTube channel under the playlist, Trading Wisdom. I'm doing every single chapter for free. I've done 9 so far. If you're patient, I'm going to do all 50. All right. I also have a playlist of educational live streams. I do these rather infrequently, maybe every 6 weeks, because I do that type of analysis twice a week for Bitcoin.live, best-in-class educational platform for crypto. Definitely encourage you to check that out. I'm founding analyst. I've been doing videos for 3 years, more than 3 years there. There's a sale right now. It's unbelievable. You're going to get a quarterly membership for only $97. It's like a once-a-year Black Friday, Cyber Monday week sale. You don't just get my stuff. You're getting all the other analysts. It's a whole team. So you're constantly getting all this different stuff, different perspectives. Check out the sale. Details in the description. Lastly, I want to remind you, great show on Crypto Banter. Go to the playlist on Banter, Trading Wisdom. We've got 11 episodes, some great guest interviews, stuff like that as well. So really great content. Check that out. So what are we doing right now? I'm going to read actually at Bitcoin. You want to know what's going on with Bitcoin, but how about this? I'm going to read you real quick from lesson 2, What's the Rush, in my book, all right? Then we're going to talk about Bitcoin because we need to set the table, all right? We need to set the table. Thank you, ETC. I will get to that. I see your request, and thank you for that super chat. So what's the rush? If you're in a rush to trade, don't be surprised if your money is in a rush to go somewhere else. Every trade you execute should be well thought out ahead of time. Putting your money to work and risking capital loss is a serious thing and should only be done with a clear plan in mind. That plan should include a trading thesis and stop loss, right? I'm not going to waste your time with the book. These lessons are all for free. But so listen to that, a trading thesis and a stop loss. That's important because what's our thesis? What's our stop loss, right? So if you're in Bitcoin right now, like what's your trade? How are you trying to trade it? So if you bought these swept lows, right? Most recently, if you bought this kind of false bear break and you kind of entered there, you're in good shape, right? You entered right there. You had a pretty clearly established support level, right? At that like 53.5 level. When that low was lost, bottom buyers were watching here and they watched that recapture of that level and they jumped in. So if you got in there, good. Right? If you got in here, good. Those were good theses, right? Because each of those had a definable failure point because you're trying to set up an asymmetric risk reward, right? If you entered here, your invalidation point is very close by, but your upside is big, right? Same here. If you buy in the break, your whole thesis is that this support level is going to hold. You'll know quickly if it fails, but if it doesn't, you've got big upside. So that's like defining your thesis and your stop loss, right? Your stop loss is the point at which the trade fails. People are really bullish right now. I guess it's fun. I guess it's in the season. It's favorable. It's fun to be bullish. I love being bullish, but I got to take what's given to me. We're trading below the key support resistance flip level. Watch my last video. Watch my live stream from a week and a half ago. We're below 60K, right? We had that head and shoulder. We had the double top. We had the double top with the higher high, the up thrust right here. We made the high. We broke it. The whole move, basically 67 to 70, 70 to 53. I mean, we hit that, right? And now we're bouncing, but we don't know if it's just kind of a bearish retest of 60K. We've got this kind of falling diagonal here. Just kind of be on watch out for that. And you've got the EMA 8 resistance. So you're kind of bouncing into resistance. So I would caution you from getting too bullish until you have confirmation, right? You want to see the price back up above 59 or 60K to have some kind of confirmation, right? So what's the rush, right? Why rush into your trade, right? You want to have you need to be able to define your loss. I showed you on the lower time frames situations how you could have defined your loss there and had that asymmetric risk reward. Right? Momentum, right? So my best advice is to follow momentum. Don't be fancy and try to anticipate when it's going to turn around. All right? That's the thing, right? So like these bearish charts, and I had a debate with some people on Twitter. VET, right? VET. I know a lot of people are bullish in this, but it's a bearish chart. MA200's rolling over, okay? Long-term moving average rolling over. Price is below the May highs. It set the level, broke it, couldn't hold it. It's a bearish chart. It could pin down by the EMA 8, right? Like, don't be fancy and say, well, because of the on-chain, or whatever. Like, let the price tell you. If momentum's going to change, you'll know, all right? So that's kind of the point I want to make is go with momentum. Ethereum Classic. Let's take a look at that one. That was requested. I've definitely had it up here. Hopefully Coinbase is okay. All right, let's take a look. These are fun. So what are we doing here? Ethereum Classic. I mean, it's just a boring sideways chart. There's no action. There's no momentum, right? But you do have kind of an equilibrium. You have your lows and your high there, and you kind of see that tightening range over time, and that's setting up a pivot. You're looking for a pivot, a level upon which you can structure a trade, what I said earlier. So a break above there maybe would show you momentum, but look at that. The moving average, the 200's rolling over. I tell you, there's about 20 other plays that you should rather be in. I would rather be in off the top of my head than this particular chart, just if I can be honest with you, because that's what I like to do. Just checking up with the chat room. What's up, everybody? Let me know if you can hear me okay. Everybody, what's up? Jake, Eric. Let's keep rolling through here. I saw another request. CRV. So Andy Kurtz had asked me a question about CRV. Take a look at CRV USDT. Let's go to Binance. And feel free to ask me any question, folks, too. Once I get through these chart requests, I'm gonna kind of see what's going on. I want to just talk to you a little bit, and then we'll wrap it up. I won't keep it for too long. So you say you can't. Andy says I can't make sense of it. I have buy orders at 442 and 463, but I'm afraid it's about to run. So here's the thing: never be afraid it's about to run, right? Have the lesson scale in and scale out, and like bankroll management. So you always have a level at which you would lessen risk, as well as a level at which you'd add risk. So if you're saying you're afraid you're going to miss it, that doesn't make sense. Just mark a level on the chart that would really signify momentum and buy in there. So like right here, maybe, if it breaks up above there, you can add into that momentum, and you still probably at least capture a decent part of that move, and maybe even a longer term move if you said you're afraid of missing it. So don't be afraid. Take control. Take control of the chart. Define your risk. Define where the idea fails. Define where the momentum would confirm and increase, Andy. All right? Hopefully that makes sense. Johnny asked about CR. Oh, okay. Let's take a look at that one. Yeah, I don't think there's a lot of price history on that one. Maybe I'm wrong. Let's take a look. Yeah, I think I'll try somewhere else. Maybe get a little bit somewhere else. That's Coinbase, OKEX, maybe even Qt. I think KuCoin has a little more. There we go. All right. So, yeah, generally it's bullish consolidation. You kind of have that initial phase of an uptrend where you're bouncing between the EMA 8, that primary uptrend support, and the upper Bollinger Band, and then you get into that consolidated phase, right? So you have a primary uptrend, a secondary corrective trend, and it's in that right now. And you're getting a tightening range where you have kind of that clearly defined lower highs and higher lows, basically a triangle, stepping out, looking at the indicators. The RSI is cooling off. The OBV is okay. The one thing I don't like here is the amount of volume on this evening doji star with the long leg doji on the November 24th. I'd really like the more confident. I would be a lot more confident if this candle had the most volume and there was less volume there and even less volume on this follow through candle. So, at that point, I'd say, okay, I'm a little bit more cautionary, and I'm looking right down here. I'm looking to see this level hold, maybe a middle BB tag, and right around that 62, 63 cent area. Let me just kind of catch up, make sure I'm not missing anything. CRV, okay, and then CRO. All right, let's see what's going on in the chat room, everybody. So not just tickers. I've been looking for other questions. Let's see. What's your favorite moving averages to trade with? It's a good question. Well, I did a whole video. Please go back and watch my masterclass. Where is it? I guess it sounds kind of arrogant when I say it that way, but I'm proud of what I've done and the work I've put in to get to where I am. Emergency live streams. Go check out. Nope, I'm sorry. Go the. Let's try it again. Okay, educational live streams. Go to the one from this one. Right, that's from just like a week ago, right? That's from November 20th. I walked you through the whole setup. So if you're getting started out trading, watch that. You're going to love it. You need it. I think you'll really enjoy it. That's why I use those moving averages. So let's see what else is going on in the chat room. We'll wrap it up here pretty quick. It's been already about 10 or 15 minutes. I had a couple things I wanted to show you on the chart I had in mind real quick, lesson-wise. So we're looking at Litecoin. You know, Litecoin is still an underperformer for me. It's still bearish. I'm not interested in playing it, but it can show me momentum, right? So if it gets back up above really 235, I'm going to be interested in it. But I was kind of tracking it short term and looking at a potential short play on it. And you're seeing the price looks like it bounced this candle and it gave it back. But what it's doing is you're looking at where it's has a support level that's established. When you're tracking, you're doing kind of low time frame trading. You kind of see that support level established, the bounce, that resistance confirmed, and then you break down, right? And you go sideways, you do whatever you're doing. When you bounce, you're going to have to work through that area. So it's kind of an area where you'd watch for it to potentially slow down. It's not just this kind of resistance level on the 1 hour, but you have the daily chart where you have the EMA 8. And you see the price is kind of rejected in this general area, the EMA 8. Recently, you're going to kind of observe the light volume on these green candles. So it's point I'm making is wait for it to confirm. Wait for this chart to give you a little more momentum, because momentum is not with the bulls right now. Right? You know, 235, you get above here, I think you're looking clear for a nice move. But everything in there is likely going to fade. So you want to treat it that way. When you're looking for setups, you're looking for strength, right? And this one, FTM Phantom. So this is a great example. This could totally continue bullishly, and you'd say, oh, Chad, you're an idiot. Maybe I am, but the point I want to make with this chart is with any setup, you want to look to see where it confirms and then where it invalidates. What's nice about this setup, okay, is if it confirms, if you break below really, you know, that November 19th, 18th, 19th level, you know, $1.90-ish, you know, you're likely to continue down lower, $1, and maybe even complete the move. But you have a clear invalidation point, right? If you break up above this right shoulder here, that's a really strong buy signal. So on a bullish chart like this, or a chart that has really been bullish, and you'd have to say it's pretty much still pretty bullish, but you've got these recent moving average cross to deal with. You've clearly seen a little bit of a breakdown, right? You want to look for a reversal setup, and then you want to see where that setup fails, right? Because failed setups are powerful signals. That's the kind of the point I wanted to make on Phantom. So the question here, the one who knocks, a couple more I'll get back to. Edgar, I'll get you, brother. How can you enter a strong uptrend or take a bullish continuation trade? Yeah, okay, good call. So, and great to have you in Bitcoin.live. So you think about where does it confirm, right? Where does the chart confirm that continuation? So let's kind of look for an easy example of like where it confirms, you know, resistance that's broken. Basically, you want to take an uptrend. Right, here we go. This is a good example. So you have this level here where this AVAX, and we're talking about September, and now I've got end of the year coming. At this point, you've made your high, you did your bull flag, really well defined bull flag here. A bullish flag is a correction after an advance. You got your bull flag, you broke out, you established this high. You established the high right here. Okay, so when the price drops and you got that value buy, in that lower Bollinger Dip, right? Lower Bollinger Dip, hammer candle, set the low. And that was your higher low. That was your pivot. That held. You kind of broke out, and then you churned a little bit, right? So you need to consolidate. What is this, daily? You went lower Bollinger to upper Bollinger. You need to consolidate. And what you're watching for is the higher low. You got your higher low, $61 area, and now you're looking, all right, where am I buying? So you had several options here. You could have bought here on this momentum break. You're buying with momentum, or you could have waited a little bit more conservative and bought on this break and a break of that level. So you establish a resistance in an uptrend. You come back, you consolidate, you rise, and then you watch that prior resistance as your trigger level to enter, as you asked, to enter a strong uptrend. That's how you do it. Let's see. What's going on there? Edgar Box. Okay. VET. VET. Oops, don't want to do that, whatever that was. VET. Okay. Bitfinex. Let's see how that goes. Yeah, I mean, like, it's okay. It's trying, it's got that rising support, but there's a lot stronger stuff to be in because you're below the May high. Like, look at altcoins. If they're not below their May high, this looks like VET. Like, it's just. Oh, I guess it's VET. You asked for vet. Yeah, I did. I did it in the beginning, brother. I don't like this chart. I don't like this chart. Like it's clearly an uptrend that's rolling over, and it could be the beginning of much further downside. And right now it has relative weakness to the field. You're below the June high. You're below that September high. You broke it, and you failed to hold it. There's a huge warning sign. You should have sold. Right here was a stop loss for any long trade. Right? Any long trade should have sold there or right here. Right there. Right when you broke that. I mean, it's huge red flags at that point. So, or not huge. I mean, in hindsight, it looks a little more clear, but you had a couple chances there when you made the high and you failed to hold it. You got to respect that, right? You got to listen to the price. Don't argue with the market. All right? I don't like the chart. All right. Let's see. All right, guys. Thank you so much. Let's just see. Rose. Andrew asked about Rose. We'll do Rose, and then I'm going to wrap it up, guys and gals. Let's see. Rose on KuCoin. Yeah, this one looks pretty good. This one looks much better. Like you'd rather be in this than vet, right? I'm going to show you two charts. This one or that one. Which one do you want to be in, right? You want to follow strength, follow momentum. This one, the price is over all the moving averages, pretty much all the moving averages. It looks great. I definitely like that chart. Folks, you can find me on Twitter. I am at Big Cheds. I'm honored by your follow. I appreciate your follow. I would hope that you would also follow me on YouTube at Cheds Trading. Hit subscribe, hit like in this video. Go to the Banter YouTube, subscribe, and check out their playlist, Trading Wisdom. We have 11 episodes. We're really proud of that work. Some great stuff done over there. Definitely check that out. Check out my playlist. A lot of great stuff. I enjoy doing this. I have those. So if you're getting started and you're new, educational live streams. These are like an hour plus. I walk through my entire setup. It's pure alpha. It's what I love doing. I'm in my moment. I'm doing it. But they're rare because I save that analysis for Bitcoin.live. Twice a week, long form updates. I'm very proud. And thank you, members. If you're watching this, I'm proud of what I do there. We have an unbelievable sale right now. Cyber Week sale, $97 for a quarterly membership. That's 3 months. You don't just, it's not my stuff, just mine. It's all the other contributors. It's an unbelievable team. So I think it's an amazing value. Best in class educational platform for crypto. Check out my book, Trading Wisdom, 50 Lessons Every Trader Should Know. That is on Amazon. Oh, by the way, the Audible version's coming out in a few weeks. I've been working on the Audible version, which is why I started the free YouTube version, right? The playlist Trading Wisdom, the audio version. But now I'm doing the Audible, which will be out in about 3 weeks. Hopefully, some of you will check that out. So that should be pretty cool. But man, life is special. Enjoy every moment. I appreciate you folks watching this. Appreciate everybody giving me your comments and your feedback. We try every day to get a little bit better. Listen, it's hard, but define your risk, right? Pick your level in the chart, know when your trade fails, and that's when you bail in the trade. All right? Keep it real, folks. Big ups, big Cheds.